Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's a nasty one here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here in year number 7. Today is the regular season finale for the season. As last episode, we defeated the lowly Wild Pigs 9-1, extending our winning streak to 8 games in a row, and also putting us 1 win away from setting a new franchise record for most wins in a single season. We're going to be finishing out today's season with a doubleheader here against the Hot Corners, who are playing for something today. They need to sweep us to make the playoffs. If we can force a split or win both games, we're going to knock them out. So, a lot riding on this series for both teams. Well, more so for the Hot Corners than us, but hey, it is what it is. Pitching matchup for the first game looks like this. It's Auguste Hokie, 1-1 with a 4.61 ERA and a 1.90 whip for the Hot Corners. And for us, it is the stadium owner's daughter, Hedwig Lafayette, coming off her first career victory last start, 1-1 on the year with a 1.89 ERA and a 1.00 whip. She makes her final start of her rookie season at her family's owned ballpark. Batting lineup for the Freebooters looks like this. The captain, Pitts, will lead off at first base, locked in. And it's the catcher, Effort Ho, who'll bat second. Nico Jennings, the center fielder, will bat third. He's locked in. Left fielder Martin Polbean bats fourth. He's juiced, coming off the bench. Batting fifth, shortstop Hesta Reliable, locked in. Batting sixth is the DH, Bad Hop Brown, getting a rare start today over Mcfreddy, who is tense. Batting seventh, third baseman rookie Colton Burnett. Batting eighth, right fielder Dominic Burnside. And batting ninth, second baseman Cole, the Fishman Salmon, who is tense. Let's get it on, baby. Alright, let's see if we can keep our winning streak going. If we win both games today, we will also set a 10-game winning streak, which is the most I've ever had, would be the most I've ever had playing through either of these franchises, so that'd be nice. Alright, let's get it on here. Hot Corner's going to be up first, sending Rivers, Bunterson, and Jumps to the plate here against Lafayette. Leading off is the DH today, Xander Rivers, hitting a .159 on the year with 5 RBIs. Pitching line for rookie Hedwig Lafayette looks like this. In her 3 starts, she is 1-1 with a 1.89 ERA and a 1 whip. 4 earned runs given up in 3 starts, totaling 19 innings, which is 6 1/3 innings a start. 16 hits given up. One of them a homer. She has walked 3 and struck out 22. Batting average against .225 in the year is the lowest for our entire starting rotation. And here's the lineup for the Hot Corners today. Leading off is the DH, Xander Rivers, followed by the shortstop, Buttons Bunterson, who is locked in. Then it's the second baseman, Jed Jumps, who is tense. First baseman, Dirk Sportswood, is locked in. He'll bat fourth. Batting fifth is right fielder, Julia Drumpf. Batting sixth, center fielder Damian Rush, who is tense. Batting seventh, left fielder Rolf Borgener, who is also tense. Batting eighth, rookie third baseman Mohamed Luncaster. And batting ninth, backup catcher Kenna Korn, getting the start today over Johnson Swanson and Chase Tabul. Interesting lineup. We'll see how it works out for them. Alright, Lafayette's ready. Let's get it on. First pitch line to left. Leaping is reliable to make the catch. 1 down. Nice play to start the game. I bring up Bunterson, the shortstop, who's locked in, hitting .295 with a homer and 4 RBIs this year. Second pitch grounded right at the first baseman. Shortstop reliable, makes the play, 2 down. And then to bring up Jumps. Second baseman's tense, hitting .236, 3 homers, 7 RBIs on the year. First pitch turned on, driven deep left center field, and Jumps has a home run as that's over the Hot Corners bullpen. Long gone on that one as they've swung at every pitch they've seen so far. 4th homer of the year for Jumps. He is no longer tense, and the Hot Corners have a 1-0 lead. I'll bring up Sportswood, the first baseman, who's locked in, hitting .380, 5 homers, 9 RBIs on the year. First player to take a pitch today. He takes a curveball low. Fastball away, blooper to right center field and shallow. Burnside comes in, but he's not going to get there. That's a blooper base hit for Sportswood as that keeps the inning alive. Bring up Drumpf, the right fielder, hitting .296, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. Lafayette looking to settle the inning down. Fouled off, 1-1. Check swing outside. Good take. 2-1. Fouled off. 2-2. About down in the way. Chased it. Strike 3. Ho picks it up and fires to first in time, and that ends the inning. Hot Corners get the early lead, though, with the home run by Jumps, and they also get a single from Sportswood. Bottom 1, it's 1-0. Pits Ho and Jennings up against Hokie, who we have already beaten once this year, as he was the starter in the previous matchup we had against the Hot Corners earlier this season. Pitts leading off the inning, locked in. First baseman hitting .544, 3 homers, 9 RBIs on the season. Now here's a look at Hokie's numbers on the season. 1-1, that one loss coming against us. 4.61 ERA and a 1.90 WHIP. 7 earned runs given up in 3 starts, totaling 13 2/3 innings. 21 hits given up, 3 of them homers. He's walked 5 and struck out 12. Batting average against .362 on the year. Pitts ready, here we go. Contact was right-hander active here for Pitts. Takes it inside, 2-0. Change it down and in, grounded in to hold a short. Easy play for Bunterson on the backhand, 1 down. That's going to bring up Ho, the catcher. Neutral right now, hitting .372, 2 homers, 12 RBIs with outside pitch active. A little tired from starting back-to-back games at the behind the dish, but he is not worse for wear. Behind 0-2 is Kate to activate for Hokie. About down in the way, dribbler to third. Easy play for Lancaster, 2 down. That's going to bring up Jennings, the center fielder, who's locked in, hitting .410, 3 homers and 13 RBIs, 2 down, and the base is empty for Nico. That's high, ball 1. Change of middle of the plate, line to left field. Down in front of Borgner, that's a base hit. And I believe Jennings is hurt. Brings up Polbean, hitting .283 with a homer, 5 RBIs. He's juiced right now, coming off the bench after sitting out last game. Jennings pulled his hamstring. Of course he did. Well, on a positive note, that happened now and not in the postseason, so I'm okay with that. It is a bit annoying, but okay. I will make do with what I can. Coming off the bench to play center field in utility role is Parker Freeman, the backup catcher. He will be pinch running. Oh boy. Alright, Polbean's ready, hitting .283 on the year with a homer, 5 RBIs. As I mentioned previously, he sat out the last episode against the Wild Pigs to fix his mojo, which he did, and he came off the bench feeling juiced, so hopefully he can use that to his advantage here. 1-1. Fastball up, hard grounder to second. That's a ground out to end the inning as Jumps makes the play to first. Single for the Freebooters, but it results in a pulled hamstring for Nico Jennings as he has to exit to the second. We're down 1. Rush, Borgner, and Lancaster due up. Center fielder Damian Rush leading off is tense, hitting .250 with a homer, 8 RBIs. Not the ideal start for the club, but we'll make do with it, I guess. Good strike at the knees, 0-1. Strike 0-2. Good pitching from Lafayette so far. Fastball up. Chased it high. Strike 3. Second punch out for Lafayette. 2 down. Or 1 down in the inning. Second strikeout in a row for her, and that'll bring up left fielder Rolf Borgner. Tense right now, hitting only a .149 this year with a homer and 5 RBIs. Ooh, good take, but that's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Good pitch from Lafayette. That's in there as well. 0-2. Slider high. Good take from Borgner. 1-2. Fastball up and away. Chased it outside. Strike 3. Third straight punch out for Lafayette. 2 down in the inning. I bring up Lancaster, rookie third baseman, hitting only .083 this season. No homers or RBIs yet either. Strike in there. Good pitching from Lafayette, 0-1. Swung through at 0-2. Lafayette looking for another punch out. Outside curve misses, 1-2. Up and in, swung through at strike 3, and Lafayette punches out the side. 4 strikeouts in a row for the rookie as we get through the second. Bottom 2, reliable Brown and Burnett due up against Hokie. Now that's how you swing momentum in your favor. Now let's get some hits. Brings up the shortstop Reliable, who's locked in, hitting 400 on the year, 4 homers and 13 RBIs. He's homered the last 2 games in a row. Let's see if he can keep that going. Powers right-hander and low pitch active for Reliable. Fastball up, fouled off down the left field line. Heading to the wall. Hits off the wall. Borgner can't make the play. 1-1. Taken high, 2-1. Curveball down in the way is blooped to center field. This will be an easy catch for Rush. 2-1 down. That'll bring up Brown, the DH. Bad hop getting the start today over Reliable, who's tense. Hitting 231 with 2 RBIs. Sorry, he's getting the start over Mcfreddy. Reliable just hit. Good take high, ball 1. Curveball at the knees, lined 1 hopper to short. Bunterson will make the play. Good stop, 2 down. That's going to bring up Burnett with 2 down and the bases empty. The rookie batting 7th today at third base, hitting 436. 2 homers and 9 RBIs. Hitless last episode. He went, I believe, 0 for 4, I believe. Blooper to second, right at jumps. That ends the inning. 1-2-3. Scoreless 1-2-3 inning for Hokie to the third. Korn, Rivers, and Bunterson do up against Lafayette, who's on 4 strikeouts in a row right now. See how long she can keep this streak going, as batting first is the catcher. 9-hitter Kenna Korn. No hits on the year so far. Limited role so far for the Hot Corners, only playing in a handful of games this season. Free agent for most of it, as she's behind 0-2 in the count. Down in the way, swung through it, strike 3. 5th straight punch out for Lafayette, or 5th today, 1 down. Next up is Rivers, 0 for 1. Change of line to second, and that ends the streak of strikeouts, but the liner goes to Salmon, 2 down. That's going to bring up Bunterson, who's 0 for 1. Curveball dribbled up the middle to second. Salmon backhands it and fires in time, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Lafayette. Cruising right now. That is 7 ups and 7 down in a row for her. Bottom 3. Burnside, Salmon, and Pitts do up against Hokie. Batting 8th today is right fielder Dominic Burnside, getting the start today in right field, hitting 279 with a homer, 6 RBIs, and he has contact for his right-hander active here. Chop through that late, 0-1. Curveball down and is blooped to the center field. That will drop into Rush's sliding glove as he makes a nice defensive play. 1 down. Bring up Salmon, the fish man. Cole hitting 264 on the year with a homer, 10 RBIs. Batting in the 9th slot today is tense with inside pitch active. Not hitting the ball well the last 3 games. I believe he only has 1 hit in those 3 games combined. It's right now, I believe it's a 1 for 11 stretch, if I'm not mistaken. Outside with that one, 2-1. Change away, bloop to left center field. That'll get the job done as that single finds the dirt. Or, well, finds the grass, I should say. Salmon on with our first hit today, second hit today, and that'll bring up Pitts, who's 0 for 1. Change it down and away, misses, ball 1. Fastball at the knees is fouled off, 1-1. Swung through it high, 1-2. K-Dot activates as well as tough out for Pitts. Slider chased in the dirt, grounded back to Hokie, fires the second one on the first. That's a double play, and that ends the inning as Pitts is docked down the neutral mojo. 1 hit for us, but it's erased on the double play ball. To the 4th, we're still down 1. Jump, Sportsman, and Drumpf do up middle of the lineup for the Hot Corners. There's Jeb Jumps, homered his first time up. You saw 1 pitch, put it over the left center field wall. See how Hedwig approaches him this time. Locked in here after 2 straight 1-2-3 innings. Of course, she struck out 5 of those 6 in a row, so. Off and away, blue liner in the left field shaft. Colby into the wall, makes the catch, 1 down. That'll bring up Sportswood, who's 1 for 1 today with a single. 8 in a row set down for Lafayette so far. First pitch slider grounded in the hole to second. Salmon to his left, cuts it off and fires the first in time, 2 down, and that is 9 down in a row for Lafayette. Brings up Drumpf, who's 0 for 1. Outside, good take. Ball 1. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Curveball away is called a strike. 1-2. Up and in, called strike 3. 6th punch out today for Lafayette. That's a 1-2-3 inning for her, as that's 10 up and 10 down in a row for her. Bottom 4, Ho, Freeman, and Polbean do up against Hokie as we look to break through against him. Ho leading off is 0 for 1 today. Curveball in there at the middle of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Dribbler in the hole to third. Lancaster makes the stop. 1 down. Brings up Freeman, hitting .552, 3 homers, 12 RBIs on the year, as the backup catcher entered for the injured Nico Jennings in the first inning on the base pass, so he's getting his first at bat today. He's currently locked in. A little bit tired, but as long as he's not behind the plate, he'll be fine. Takes a changeup at the knees. 0-1. Heater inside. 1-1 as Hokie's now locked in. Slider inside, just misses. 2-1. Slider middle of the plate. Freeman turns on it, rips it high to the high wall. It is gone. Cannonball coming at you in the first row. Freeman continues his string of hot hitting as he homers for the 2nd time in the last 3 games. 4th homer of the year, and that ties it up at 1. Parker Freeman continuing his breakout season. That'll bring up Polbean. 0 for 1 today with a hard ground out the second, his first time up. Inside changeup from Hokie misses. Ball 1 as he's no longer locked in. That one's low on the screwball. 2-0. Chase the heater high to Polbean. 2-1. Slider up, lined up the middle as it whizzes by Hokie's head. That's a base hit. First hit for Polbean today. He's 1 for 2. Just like that, we've doubled our hits for today in this inning. Exits reliable. 0 for 1. Flew out to center his first time up. Curveball's inside. Ball 1. Pick off to first as they knew Polbean was going, and that's going to erase the base runner. That's upsetting for Martin. That's his 2nd attempt to steal this year. He is 0 for 2. 1-0 count reliable. Swung through it. 1-1. Fastball down and in. Fisted on the ground to short. Bunderson makes the play, and that ends the inning as Reliable is no longer locked in. Still, Freebooters tied up on the solo home run by Parker Freeman to the 5th. Rush, Borgener, and Lancaster do up. There's Rush 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. Slider up and away in the first pitch, driven deep to right field. Burnside retreating to the fence, leaps, and it's in the seats as it's just over his outstretched glove. 2nd homer today for the Hot Corners will lead to their 2nd run. 2nd of the year for Damian Rush, as that's a lot of 2s. 2-1 the score. That'll bring up Borgener. Rolf 0 for 1 today with a strikeout as well. With that home run, Lafayette is no longer locked in. Outside. 1-1. Fisted foul on the up and in slider. 1-2 the count. Down and in, swung through it, strike 3. 7th punch out for Lafayette today. 2nd for Borgener. 1 down. Brings up Muhammad Lancaster, 3rd baseman 0 for 1. He also, I believe, struck out as well. Strike in there. 0-1. Change it, pull, fouled off. 0-2 the count. Grounder to 2nd. Salmon makes the play. 2 down. Bring up Korn 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging her first time up as well. Fastball up and in is fouled off. 1-1 the count. Change it down and in. 1-2. 2-1. Slider away is outside. 3-1. Fastball in there. Full count. Down and away, fouled off. Full count still. Change inside, chased it, strike 3. 8th punch out for Lafayette today. 2nd of the inning, and that ends the frame. But the Hot Corners get another home run, this time off the bat of center fielder Damian Rush. 2nd of the year for him, and that makes it a 2-1 game. Bottom 5, Brown, Burnett, and Burnside do up against Hokie. Brown up first is 0 for 1 today. Change up inside, misses, ball 1. Screwball inside, 2-0. At the knees with it this time, 2-1. Screwball up, line to right field. That bloops in for a base hit. First hit for Brown today, he is 1 for 2, and that will bring up Colton Burnett, who's 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up. Inside with that one, ball 1. Fastball away for a strike, 1-1. Fastball up and in, swung late, 1-2 the count. K-Dad active for Hokie once more. Screwball away is blooped into left field. That will get down for a base hit as Burnett now 1 for 2. That's back-to-back hits to start the inning for the Freebooters as we're in business. How to bring up Burnside is 0 for 1. Right down the middle, 0-1. Fastball away is fouled off, 0-2 as Tough Out activates as well as K-Dud. Screwball down, skyball to left field. Borgener over for it and makes the catch, 1 down. Both runners will hold. That'll bring up Salmon, who singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And he was erased on the double play. Curveball away, lined into left center gap. That will hang up for Borgener, though, 2 down. Runners get back just in time. Now to bring up Pitts. Grounded into double play his last time up. He's grounded out twice today, 0 for 2. Looking to turn things around. Fastball down and in. That's in the gap to left center field. That will be extra bases for Pitts as that'll get all the way to the wall. One runner will score easily. Second runner coming around as well. He will drive them both in. Freebooters take the lead 3-2 as Brown and Burnett score. All right, Pitts. Nice job, Captain. Now to bring up Ho, who's 0 for 2. Rounded out and I believe flown out. Swung through a fastball, 0-1 as Hokie's now tense. Slider middle of the plate. Ho drives it to right center field. He got good wood to it. And Drumpf will make the catch on the warning track, though, but that will end the inning. Ho now 0 for 3, but a 2-run, 2-out double from Pitts gives Freebooters the lead back. It's 3-2 to the 6th. Rivers, Bunterson, and Jumps do up here as we got a pitcher's duel in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Rivers 0 for 2 today, looking to turn things around as he has struck out once today. Fastball at the ground, up the middle, and that's a base hit for Rivers. He's 1 for 3. Lafayette no longer locked in, and that'll bring up Bunterson, who's 0 for 2. Curveball in there at the knees, 0-1. Fastball inside, misses, 1-1. Change it down in the dirt, 2-1. Down and away, grounded up the middle in the hit and run. Salmon missed the tag, but will throw to first in time for the first out as the runner advances. How to bring up Jumps, 1 for 2 with the solo homer today. Flew out his last time up. Change up low from Lafayette, ball 1. Curveball middle in is ripped foul by Jumps, 1-1. Down and away, swung through it, 1-2 the count. Fastball down and in, check swing low, good take, 2-2. Up and in, ripped foul, just missing the line. 2-2 pitch coming. Get down and away, fools him, strike 3, chased it out of the zone. 9th punch out for Lafayette today. 2 down, and that'll bring up Sportswood, 1 for 2 with the single. Lafayette locked in once more. Rider down and then the first pitch is fouled back, 0-1. Fastball up and in is a called strike, 0-2. Well, down in the way, chased it in the dirt, strike 3 as it's dropped. Ho blocks it, fires the first, and that ends the inning. 10th punch out for Lafayette as she breaks into double digits. Bottom 6th, still 3-2. Freeman, Polbean, and Reliable do up against Hokie. Freeman 1 for 1 today, hit a solo home run off Hokie last time up. Fastball down the middle, hard grounder to first, diving as Sportswood to make the stop. A flip to Hokie in time, 1 down. Nice defensive play. So robbed him of a hit, and that'll bring up Polbean. Singled his last time up, he's 1 for 2. For about the knees, line to short, right at Bunterson, 2 down. Bring up reliable. 0 for 2 today. No longer locked in. Change up away. Blooper to right center field. That's a tough play for Rush, but his great speed will allow him to run it down, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 for Hokie as it's to the 7th. Both starters with quality starts so far. Drumpf, Rush, and Borgner due up against Lafayette. Here's Drumpf 0 for 2 today. Lafayette going for a career high in strikeouts here. Liner on the second pitch to short. Reliable makes the one hot play. 1 down. Brings up Rush. Solo home run last time up. He's 1 for 2. He's also struck out. Change up low. Ball 1. Fastball low and away. 2-0. Slider middle away. Called a strike this time. 2-1. Up and in is high. 3-1. Down and in. Fouled back by Rush. Full count. Ball down. Bounces in the dirt. First walk today for Lafayette. Rush reaches. 1 down. Brings up Borgner 0 for 2. Golf to first. Nothing doing. Single up the middle for Borgner. Puts 2 on now with 1 down. And then bring up Lancaster, who's 0 for 2. Bouncing dirt, ball 1. She's blown away, 2-0. Fastball up, foul back, 2-1. Down and in. Dribble to the right of the mound. Lafayette dives and cuts it off. Fires to first in time. 2 down on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Kenna Corn, who's 0 for 2. And pinch hitting for her is DH Bo Belter, who is hurt. 289 with 3 RBIs on the year. Looking to be clutch for his team one more time. Slider away is outside. Ball 1. Fastball down and inside. 2-0. High, 3-0. At the knees for a strike, 3-1. So down and in, swung through it, full count. Slider away, outside, ball 4. Second walk for Lafayette, and that loads the bases. Here's Rivers. Singled his last time up, he's 1 for 3. Lafayette is still locked in despite this. I think she's earned this batter. Hopefully it doesn't bite me. Changeup is away. Ball 1. Fastball down and in. Dribbler to short. Charging reliable. Barehanding and firing to first. In time, and Lafayette gets out of the bases loaded jam. Whew. Talk about cardiac arrest. Bottom 7. Brown, Burnett, and Burnside due up here for the Freebooters. Brown leading off, 1 for 2 with a single. Scored last time up, as there he singled. Coming off the bench is catcher Chase Tabul, who will take over for Belter in the field. One the count here to Brown. Fastball away, hit up the first base line. Sportswood cleanly fields it, flips to Hokie, 1 down. I bring up Burnett, who singled his last time up as well and also scored on Pitts' double. 1 for 2 today. Good screwball from Hokie, ball 1, 0-1. Slider in the dirt, 1-1. Changeup away, lined up the middle, and that's blue base hit for Burnett. He's 2 for 3. Second single for the rookie. That's going to bring up Burnside, who's 0 for 2. Change of middle plate, skied out to left field. Borgner there for it, though. That's the second out. That's going to bring up the 9-hitter, second baseman Cole Salmon. 1 for 2 today with the single. Flew out last time up to left field. Curveball down and in, grounded to second. Easy play for jumps. That ends the inning to first. One scoreless one for Hokie to the 8th. It's still 3-2. Bunterson jumps and Sportswood due up. Lafayette done here after 7 innings. A quality start, giving up only 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, striking out 10 batters. A career high for her. Let's see if we can keep it going here. Bunterson 0 for 3 leading off the inning. Coming out of the bullpen for us. Going to be left-hander Hander Specialo. Hander is no record on the year with a 3.97 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP. He's given up 5 earned runs in 4 appearances, recording 2 saves. 11 in the 3rd innings pitched, 12 hits given up, 2 home runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts with a batting average against .261. Not bad numbers for Hander. Let's see how he handles the hot corners. First pitch fouled back by Bunterson, 0-1. Slider inside, misses, 1-1. Fastball middle in is a strike, 1-2 the count. Curve up and away, outside, 2-2, good take. Slider down and away is low, 3-2. Fastball up and in, lined at the middle of the second. Salmon dives and cuts it off on the 1 hop, fire to first in time, 1 down, nice play, Cole. Gotta bring up jumps, 1 for 3 with the solo homer today. Still tense, and he now has specialist working against him because Hander is left-handed. First pitch chopped foul behind the plate, 0-1. Fastball high and away, chased, 0-2. Slider down, fouled off, still 0-2. Down in the way, swung through it, strike 3. First punch up for La Special today. 2 down, and that'll bring up Sportswood, 1 for 3 with the single. Still locked in. Fastball down and in, hit with the first base line. Pitts dives, it gets through his glove though, and that's going to get into foul territory for an infield single. Sportswood single extends the inning here for Drumpf. 0 for 3 today, intense. Curveball in there on the check swing strike, 0-1. Slider middle in, hitting the hole to short. Liable there on the backhand, fires to first. In time, and that ends the inning. Scoreless inning for Special despite the 1 hit. Bottom 8, Pitts, Ho, and Freeman do up against Hokie. Here's Pitts, 1 for 3 today, a 2-run double last time up. Curveball down and in, turned on a rip to right center, but it's going to hang up for Rush, 1 down. I'll bring up Ho, 0 for 3 intense. Screwball low, ball 1. Change up away, 2-0. Fastball up, swung through it, 2-1. Fastball down in the way, liner to center, that's a base hit. Ho gets on with a single, his first hit today, he's 1 for 4 and no longer tense. I'll bring up Freeman, 1 for 2 with a solo homer today. He's also flown out. Change up inside, rip foul, 0-1. Chased it low in the dirt, 0-2 as K-Dot activates. Change up and in, grounded to third, Lancaster to second, 1, jumps to first. That is a double play, and that ends the inning. To the 9th, it's still a 1-run game. Rush, Borgner, and Lancaster do up. Rush leading off the inning is 1 for 2 with a homer, a walk, and an RBI. I'm going to let Ospecialo take this 2-inning save opportunity because the next 2 batters after Rush are left-handed, so I want him to have the specialist matchup. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass because we do have a closer and the bullpen is warm. First pitch slider up and in is ripped up the middle for Rush. Freeman cuts it off, and that's a base hit. Tying run on for the hot corners to start the 9th, and I'll bring up Borgner, 1 for 3 with a single. Pinch hitting for him is right fielder Poke Foster, who has hit us on the year, and that negates the specialist advantage. Fastball away for a strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in is inside, 1-1. Fastball up and in. Blooped into right center field on the hit and run. Freeman coming on. Makes the catch, 1 down. Now to bring up Lancaster, 0 for 3 intense as well. No pinch hitter for him, so Specialist will be active here. Slider up and away on a called strike. Throw down. Just late. It's a stolen base. Good hustle from Rush. So he is now 4 for 6 on the year. Oh, and count the Lancaster. There it goes on the next pitch. Throw down to third. Just late. Another stolen base. He's now 5 for 7. Tying run at third with 1 down. 1 down in the way. Called strike 3 at the knees, and Lancaster down looking. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Tibble, the catcher, hitting .256 with 2 RBIs. He is the last chance for the hot corners here. Fastball up on the first pitch is a called strike. This is Tibble's first at bat of the game. He'll be the defensive replacement in the 7th. Slided down in the way in the check swing. Good take, 1-1. Down and in. Chop foul, 1-2. Fastball up and away, high, taken, 2-2, good eye. Slider up and in, foul back, Tibble stays alive. Ball away, bloop down the third baseline, foul territory, Burnett dives and makes a nice catch, and that ends the inning. And the game as the Freebooters shut it down to win 3-2 and eliminate the hot corners from playoff contention. It was closer than it needed to be, but we got the job done, and it's our 9th win in a row, and we improved to 13-2, which is a guaranteed best franchise record for us. Box scores today, hitless today for the hot corners were Bunterson, Drumpf, Foster, Lancaster, Korn, and Tibble, as well as Belter, but Belter did get a walk. Homers today for Jumps and Rush were the only home run RBIs for them on the day, and for us, everybody got a hit except Reliable and Burnside. 2 hits for Burnett, a solo home run for Parker Freeman, and a 2-run double for Pitts is the difference makers. Pitching lines, Auguste Hokie, 8 innings, quality start, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 homer. He takes the loss. He falls to 1-2. Lafayette, 7 innings. The rookie gives up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, and 2 home run balls. Career high in strikeouts. She also gets her 2nd straight win, finishing her rookie year at 2-1. And getting the save as 3rd of the year is O Specialo, 2 innings, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. Rush, your player of the game with the 2 for 3 day, as well as the 2 stolen bases. Lafayette, the runner-up with the quality start. And then Freeman, 1 for 3 day with the home run. Third home run in the last 4 games. 2nd in the last 3. Alright, look at that. And we got 1 more to play tonight, guys. We're still not done. Alrighty, take a look around the league here first. Because we have the last 2 games of the season, so no worries here. Crocodons signed Winston Draver as they cut Gabriel Anderson. Hot Corners didn't. Crocodons, I believe, missed the playoffs because of the tiebreaker. You up to the B-Wolves, so I can understand the cut. I just don't understand why you did it after your games are already done and you can't make any more money. Sack DeSong, cut by the Moonstars, replaced by Biff Noggins. Rachel Rhubarb is cut by the Hot Corners before her start as they pick up veteran ace Donk O, the former Jacks player who we faced in the finals last season, and we beat the piss out of him. Oh boy, this will be an interesting start. I've got to add him to the roster for the scorebook. Dur Neverwalker goes to the Herbisaurs as they're going to be in the playoffs, replacing Tia Mayfair. In their bullpen, Volt Bolter to the Overdogs as he replaces Garland Polbean. Overdogs are also in the playoffs. Sirloins missed the playoffs. They signed Raffy Slaps, cutting Flower Allen. Alright, let's take a look at this real quick. Alright, well, Buffler's there. I do like Buffler. I might be able to sign him. Stokes is alright. She might be a good defensive sub off the bench. I like Adamo, so we have options to sign there. Okay, cool. So we do have options to sign. Should I want to replace Slamus for the playoffs? That's good. Alright, player development options here. I don't like this one for Nixon. Solid one for Parra. Probably going to get that one. Like this one for Freeman. That's going to be here next time, so I'll probably wait to get this one. Don't like this one for Griffin. Like this one for Farmer. Nice cheap upgrade. I love it. We'll get it after the next game because it'll still be here as well. Don't like this one for Mcfreddy. Alright, so let's get this one for Para, because that has the highest chance of expiring. And then we'll see what's available next. Gets 8 accuracy, that's fine. Does not get composed. Alright, that's okay. I'm alright with this. He's still a B+. I like it. Alright, 1 second here, folks. Just gotta add Mr. Hokey to the scorebook for the hot corners. I now have a scorekeeper app so I can keep track of stats better for, you know, career-wise and whatnot. It's pretty nice. Wish I would have found this before the series started, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, Donk O. What is his number? Let's see, O. He's right-handed batter, but he throws left-handed. He's a pitcher. He's not going to bat. And his number is not what I was looking for. 24. Okay, 24. Well, that's nice. I don't think the hot corners made any other roster moves, if I read that correctly. So they still think they can make the playoffs, which mathematically they do still have a shot to do. No, that was the only roster move they made. So they beefed up the rotation to try and... They're basically saying, look, if we don't win this, we're not going to make it. If they win, they tie with the Sawteeth and the Sirloins. And they need to beat us big. They need to beat us by 16 runs to win. They're hoping for a miracle. And right now we're on a 9-game winning streak, so I don't think it's going to happen. I think this was a dumb move for the hot corners. I think they should have just cut their losses and just mailed it in with rhubarb. But hey, it is what it is. So they will send the Southpaw Donko to the hill, who's 0-2 this year with a 7.15 ERA and a 1.32 WHIP. Of course, he was on the league worst Jacks club this season, who finished the year 3-13. So 2 of those losses go to O. He had no offense to back him up. And for us, we're going to be sending third-year pitcher Malaya Ellison to the hill. In her final start, she is 3-0 with a 1.89 ERA and a 1.42 WHIP. On the opposite side of the spectrum, she's had plenty of run support, and she's pitched well. Alright, set the lineup here. For us in the second game, Burnett leads off at third. He's locked in. Then it's Reliable at shortstop. Pitts at DH will bat third. Ho at catching will bat fourth. Mcfreddy in the lineup today. He'll be at first base. He'll bat fifth. Polbeam will bat sixth and left. Freeman batting seventh. He'll be in center field for the injured Jennings. Nixon batting eighth. He'll be in right field, getting the start over Burnside, who was hitless last game. And then batting ninth is going to be second baseman Cole, the Fishman Salmon, who is still tense. Let's get it on. Looks like it's going to be a night game here to end the season. Very fitting, as the first game was at twilight. So it's like an evening and then a late evening game. Pretty nice. Alright, for the hot corners, their lineup does look a little bit different from the first game. They'll be sending Bunderson, Jumps, and Sportswood to the plate first this time. Shortstop Bunderson leading off, hitting .277, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Here's the stats for Ellison here on the air. Ellison has won all 3 of her starts this year. She's 3-0 with a 1.89 ERA and a 1.42 WHIP. 4 earned runs given up in 19 innings pitched, same as Lafayette. 25 hits given up. 1 of them a homer. She has walked 2 and struck out 16. Batting average against .325 is the highest in the starting rotation, whereas Lafayette did not give up as many hits. Ellison gives up a lot of hits, but she manages to pitch around them effectively. Alright, and here's the lineup for the hot corners. After Bunterson, it is the second baseman, Jeb Jumps, who is 10th still. First baseman, Dirk Sportswood, is locked in. He'll bat 3rd. Damian Rush, the center fielder, will bat 4th. Xander Rivers, the third baseman today, will bat 5th instead of the DH role. Trump moves to the DH role. She is 10th. She'll bat 6th. Borgner batting 7th and left. He is still 10th. Batting 8th is the catcher today, Johnson Swanson. And batting 9th in right field is Kenna Korn. Ellison's ready. Let's get it on. That's not even in the strike zone. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Rip foul, 1-1. He's up and in, fouled off, 1-2. Right up and away, high, 2-2. Fastball down and in, chased it inside, strike 3. First punch out for Ellison, 1 down. Brings up Jumps, still tense, hitting .237, 4 homers, 8 RBIs. Tense despite the fact he homered last game, so he's that was one of the only 2 runs of offense for the entire club, both on solo homers. Behind 0-1 here. Sky ball on the second pitch to left center. Pole being over. Let's catch, 2 down. Now to bring up first baseman Dirk Sportswood, who was locked in despite only having 1 hit and 4 at-bats in the first game. Hitting .389, 5 homers, 9 RBIs on the year. Curveball on the first pitch, dribbled to second. Salmon cuts it off to his right on the backhand and fires in time. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Ellison to start the game. Bottom 1. Burnett, reliable Pitts will face O. Rookie Colton Burnett leads off, the third baseman locked in, hitting .448 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. Take a quick look at O's numbers here on the season. In his 2 starts this year, he lost both of them for the Jacks. He went 0-2. He's been a free agent since halfway point of the season. He was just signed before this game, so probably going to be a little rusty. 7.15 ERA and a 1.32 WHIP. 9 earned runs given up in 11 1/3 innings. That's not great. 12 hits given up, 4 of them homers. He's hit a batter, walked 3, and struck out 10. Batting average against .255 on the year. There we go. Strike in there at the knees, 0-1. Heater away, 1-1. Chased it high. Burnett pops it up shallow left field. In on it is Borgner to make the catch, 1 down. That'll bring up Reliable, hitting .379, 4 homers, 13 RBIs for the shortstop as he has low pitch active, not power versus right-hander, as O is a lefty. Batting second today as he takes a changeup at the knees, 0-1. Heater inside, 1-1 to Reliable. Slider down and in, Sky down the left field line looking for the corner, but Borgner runs it down, 2 down. That'll bring up Pitts, the DH, hitting .525, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Slider up line to left center field. That will be in the gap and 1 hop to the wall. Borgner runs it down and gets it in, but that's a double for Pitts to extend the inning. As he is in scoring position now for Everett Ho, the catcher, who's batting cleanup today in place of the injured Jennings, hitting .362, 2 homers and 12 RBIs. Outside pitch active here for Ho. Takes one at the letters, 0-1. Chase the slider inside as his dribbler to third. Ravers to first will end the inning with the throw. 1 hit but nothing else to the second. Rush, Rivers, and Drump do up against Ellison. There's Damian Rush hitting .273, 2 homers and 9 RBIs for the center fielder. He also homered in the first game for the Hot Corners. The other of the 2 runs they scored that game. Strike the knees, 0-1. Curveball down and in, Sky ball to center. Freeman back a few steps. Calling for it, and he'll make the catch, 1 down. That'll bring up Rivers, the third baseman, hitting .167 with 5 RBIs. First pitch change up in there at the knees, 0-1. Fastball from ways outside, 1-1. Right it down and in is low, 2-1. Fastball up and in, foul back, 2-2. Ball down, bounces in the dirt. Full count from Ellison. Fastball down and in, check swing called, strike 3. Second punch out for Ellison today, 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Drumpf. DH is 10s right now, hitting .276, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Change up away, grounded up the middle, and that's through Ellison in the center field. That's the first hit today for the Hot Corners as Drumpf is no longer tense. I'll bring up Borgner. The left fielder is tense, hitting $160, 1 homer, 5 RBIs. Strike, oh, fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Slider up and in, almost beans him, 2-0. Fastball away low, 3-0. Ball away, called a strike, 3-1. Fastball down and in, grounded in the hole to short. Reliable backhands it, fires to first. In time, and that ends the inning. Scoreless 1 for Ellison, despite giving up the hit. Bottom 2, Mcfreddy, Polbean, and Freeman do up against O. Here's the first baseman, Harsh Mcfreddy. He did not play in the first game this episode as he sat out because he was tense. Hitting .392, 3 RBIs on the season. Slider low, ball 1. Changeup low, 2-0. Fastball away is outside, 3-0. Curveball hangs middle of the plate as it's lined to center field. It's going to be right at rush, though, for the first out. Bad luck there, and that'll bring up Polbean, the left fielder, hitting .286. 1 homer, 5 RBIs this year. Changeup inside for a strike, going 1. Changeup away, lined up the middle to right center. That's a base hit over the diving, jumps his glove. Polbean 1 for 1 today, as he'll be on at first, 1 down. I'll bring up Freeman, the catcher, who's locked in right now, hitting .531, 4 homers, 13 RBIs on the year. Homered for us in the first game this episode. It was a solo shot, got us started with scoring. Back up and away, 0-1. Heater high, 1-1. Swung through the heater, 1-2. Curveball middle in, hard grounder to third, Rivers to second 1, jumps to first, that's a double play, and that will end the inning. Unfortunate, but that's how it goes. To the third, we're still scoreless. Swanson, Korn, and Bunterson do up. Catcher Johnson Swanson leading off the inning is hitless on the season. He did not play in the first game. He was the only catcher not to. Three-0 count here to Swanson. And that's away ball 4. Ellison's first walk today. There's a Korn hitless on the year as well. Hitless in the first game. I believe she was 0 for 3 or 0 for 2. One pitch. Slider in there, 1-2. Down and away. Grounded at the middle softly. Off the diving Salmon's glove, that's an infield single, and that's the first hit of the year for Kenna Korn. 2 on and none down here for Bunterson, who's 0 for 1 today. One on the count. Up and in. Grouper first, Mcfreddy fields on 1 hop to first, second on to first. That's a double play. Nice deke. 2 down runner at third for Jumps, who's 0 for 1 today. Change at the knees for a strike, going 1. Put down and in, grounded to third, right at Burnett, who makes the play to first. That ends the inning. Ellison gets into a bit of a pickle, but manages to pitch around her hit and her walk. Bottom three, Nixon, Salmon, and Burnett do up against O. Here's second-year right fielder Herpy Nixon leading off the inning, batting eighth today. He did not play in the first game either, getting the start today over Burnside in the second game, as Burnside was hitless in the first. Nixon on the year hitting .412, 2 homers, and 5 RBIs. Change up in the dirt, ball 1. Slider caught the outer third, 1-1. Heater away, 1-2 the count. Fastball away, fouled off, 1-2. Curveball hangs, and that's lined up the middle for a base hit on the ground. Nixon with his first hit today, he's 1 for 1. Gonna bring up Salmon. 10th right now, hitting only .268. 1 homer, 10 RBIs, as he is still his inside pitch active, and he is still tense. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Salmon went 1 for 3 in the first game. Strike at the knees, 0-2. Fastball ways fouled off, 0-2. Change up high and away, 1-2. Curveball away, hit up the middle. Bunters it cleanly, fields it, flips the second one, jumps to first, just late on the fielder's choice. 1 down, and that'll bring up Burnett, 0 for 1 today. Swung through it, 0-1. Slider middle in, line to center field. That is a base hit. Second hit for Burnett today, I believe, and that puts 2 on with 1 down for Reliable, who's 0 for 1. Slider away for a strike, 0-1. Change up at the knees, lined up the middle. Pass jumps into right center field. That'll be a base hit. 1 run will score. In time to second to nail Reliable on the single, but he drives in a run. It's 1-0 Freebooters. Runner at third, 1 down for Pitts, who's doubled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Fastball low, ball 1. Outside for a strike, 1-1. Change up away, driven deep to dead center field by Pitts. That's hitting to the deepest part of the park. Robbing him of a home run is Damian Rush as he leaps at the wall to make a nice catch. That saved 2 more runs, folks, but the Freebooters are on the board first, 1-0 to the 4th. Sportswood, Rush, and Rivers do up. Sportswood 0 for 1 today, still locked in though, as Ellison's now locked in. Fouls to change up off, 0-1. Ball down, bouncing, 1-1. Fastball high, fouled off, 1-2. Right it down and in, fouled off, 1-2. Fastball up and in is inside, 2-2. Slider down, grounded to first. Mcfreddy there to make the play himself, 1 down. Brings up Rush, who's 0 for 1. Fastball inside, ball 1. Change him up and away, line to left field. Hanging up, Bolbean slides, makes a nice catch, 2 down. Bring up Rivers, 0 for 1. Curveball hangs, lined in the right center field. That's going to be a gapper, as that's going to get all the way to the wall. Freeman gets to it and gets it in, but that's a double here for Rivers, as that puts him on with 2 down. For Drumpf, single to first time up, she's 1 for 1. Slider away, line down the left field line. Polbean diving into the corner, makes that nice catch, and he robs her of extra bases and a RBI. Nice save, Martin. Bottom 4, 1-0 still to score. Ho, Mcfreddy, and Polbean do up. Here's Ho, he's 0 for 1 today. Swung through it, 1-1. Fastball down and in, lined in the center field. That's a base hit for Ho. He's 1 for 2. Good start to the inning for the catcher, as that puts him on to start the inning. Gonna bring up Mcfreddy, who's 0 for 1. Flew out the center field his first time up. Slider middle of the plate is lined in the center this time, and that's shallow. Liner will get another hit on the board. 2 on, none down here for Polbean, who singled his first time up. Heater up and in, misses, ball 1. Slider middle of the plate, hangs. It's a sky deep right field. Back for it is Korn. Lead runner will tag and get to third on the play. Runners at the corners with 1 down for Freeman. 0 for 1 today, grounded into a double play last time up. Fastball left down the middle, and Freeman clobbers it. Cannonball coming at you in the second deck right field. Look out. 5th homer of the year for Parker Freeman. 3rd game in the last 4, and 2nd in a row that he is homered. That 3-run shot makes it a 4-0 game as Freeman is locked in once more. I told you that breakout year was still going for him, and that'll bring up Nixon. Man, Parker Freeman coming out right now. He's probably going to want to get paid in the offseason. Should be able to get him back, though. Nixon 1 for 1 today with a single. Ho now tense. Or O now tense, not Ho. Jesus. Ho's my catcher. Fouled back. Next pitch, fouled off. 0-2 the count to Nixon. Seconds out of play. Chased the curveball down and in, but it's pulled foul. Still 0-2. Inside with it, 1-2. Curveball down and in, rip foul again as Nixon stays alive. Still 1-2. Slider down and in is dribbled to shortstop. Bunderson makes the play. 2 down. That'll bring up Salmon 0 for 1. Swung through a heater down the middle, 0-1. Curveball middle away, line to center. Base hit for Salmon. He's 1 for 2. That single will keep the inning alive for the Freebooters. That'll flip the lineup over back to Burnett. Singled last time up. He's 1 for 2. He also scored. Fastball up. Line down the left field line is foul. 0-1. Slider away. Blooper to third. Rivers makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Still 3-run bomb from Parker Freeman. His 5th of the year. Puts the Freebooters up 4-0 to the 5th. Borgner, Swanson, and Korn to up for Ellison. Borgner 0 for 1 today, starting the inning. Mum on the count here. Slider inside, misses, 2-1. Fastball middle away, fouled off, 2-2. Down and away, pulled foul, out of play, still 2-2. Down and in, rip foul again as Borgner stays alive. Fastball up and in, lined in the center field, that is a base hit. Borgner's first hit today is 1 for 2. Leadoff man out for the hot corners here, as that'll bring up Swanson. Johnson walked his first time up. There's no official at bat yet. Ellison no longer locked in as well as that first pitch is fouled off. 0-1. Up and in, swung through it, 0-2. Curveball down and in, bounces, ball 1. 1-2 pitch coming, slider away, outside, 2-2. Fastball up and away, outside, 3-2. Curveball middle in, swung through it, strike 3. Punch out for Ellison. I believe that's her 3rd today. 1 down, and that'll bring up Korn. 1 for 1 today. Fastball down and away, line down the right field line, hooking, and foul. 0-1. Slider up and in, inside, 1-1. Down and in is low, 2-1. Fastball up and away, swung through it. 2-2 the count. Curveball down in the way. Grounded up the third base line. Burnett backhands it. Fires the second one. Salmon to first. That's a double play. 5-4-3 around the horn. And that ends the inning. Bottom 5. We're still up 4-0. Reliable, Pitts, and Ho to up. Here's Reliable. 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. Curveball down. Line in the right field, but that's going to be right at Korn on the first pitch. 1 down. Brings up Pitts. 1 for 2 with a double. Flew out to dead center last time up as he was robbed of a home run by Damian Rush. Curveball hangs, and he crushes it to right center field this time, hitting it well, high, far. Cannonball coming at you in the Freebooters bullpen as it dings off the second deck facing. 4th home of the year for Stump Pitts, as that makes it a 5-0 game. Locked in now, and that'll bring up Ho, 1 for 2 with a single. And O is still tense. Heater high, ball 1. Changeups inside, 2-0. Fastball middle away, lined in the right center. That's a base hit for Ho. His second hit today. He's now 2 for 3. Gonna bring up Mcfreddy. Singled last time up. He's 1 for 2. Also flown out. Curveball at the knees, lined to left center field. A hard hit, but hanging up for Bordner on the liner. 2 down. Gonna bring up Polbean. 1 for 2 with a single. Changeups inside, ball 1. Chased the fastball up and in, 1-1. Changeup down and in, turned on and ripped foul by Polbean as he's early, 1-2. Fastball outside is chased, hit on the hole to first. Sportswood backhands, it goes to the bag, that ends the inning. Still a solo home run for Stump Hits, makes it the 3rd inning in a row that we've scored, 5-0 to the 6th. Bunterson jumps and Sportswood do up against Ellison, who's looking for the quality start. Bunterson 0 for 2 today. He will start the inning. First pitch changeup line to left field. It's right at Polbean, though. 1 down. Brings up jumps 0 for 2 today. Strike at the knees, 0-1. About down and away, called a strike, 0-2. Ladder up and in, swung through it, strike 3. 4th punch out for Ellison today. She reaches 20 on the season. 2 down, and that'll bring up Sportswood 0 for 2. Fastball up and in is a strike, 0-1. Change away, dribble on the ground to 3rd. Burnett fields it cleanly, fires to 1st. 1-2-3 inning for Ellison. Nothing doing for the Hot Corners in the 6th. Bottom 6, Freeman, Nixon, and Salmon do up. Here's Freeman, 3-run bomb last time up. He's 1 for 2. He's locked in again after the homer. Fastball middle in, hard grounder at the middle, past the diving jumps into right center. That's a base hit. Second hit today for Freeman. He's 2 for 3. Brings up Nixon, 1 for 2 with a single. Fastball up and in, driven deep, right center field. Cannonball coming at you. Nixon got all of that one, folks. It's in the second deck in right center. Look out. 2-run homer for Nixon, his 3rd of the year, and that makes it a 7-0 game as we break it open. Brings up Salmon, 1 for 2 with a single. Oh, now rattled out there as the Hot Corners have yet to call in a reliever. Fastball middle away, fouled off, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, skyball to left center for Salmon. Over for Bordner, he'll make the catch, 1 down. Brings up Burnett, 1 for 3 with a single. Oh, back to tense mojo now. Leaves a fastball down the middle as Burnett lines it down the left field line, but that's caught by Bordner in the corner, 2 down. I'll bring up Reliable, 1 for 3, single and an RBI. Change it down in the waist, fouled off, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, line dead center field as he hits it well to the batter's eye, but making the catch in front of it is Rush, and that ends the inning. Still, the 2-run homer from Herpy Nixon makes it a 7-0 game as we extend the lead a little bit further. We're up by a touchdown to the 7th. Rush, Rivers, and Drump do up. Here's Rush 0 for 2 today. Curveball down, check swing at below the knees, ball 1. Fastball down and in, line at the middle, over the diving Salmon. That's in the gap in right center field. Freeman comes with throwing for 2nd, but Rush will have an easy double here as he's in there safely. Leadoff man on for the Hot Corners, and to bring up Rivers. Doubled his last time up, he's 1 for 2. First pitch changeups away, ball 1. Fastball down and in, check swing, 1-1. Ball down and away, called a strike, 1-2. Slider up and in, check swing high, good take, 2-2. Down and in, fouled off, still 2-2. Fastball up and away, fouled off, still 2-2. Well down and away, hard grounder to 1st. Mcfreddy cleanly fields it to go to the bag, 1 down on the fielder's choice. Rush advances to 3rd, and that'll bring up Drump, 1 for 2 with a single. Curveball middle in is fouled off, 0-1. That's up and away, popped up. Ellison off the mound to her left is there for it. Makes the catch, 2 down. Brings up Borgner, 1 for 2 with the single. Down and in is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and in, popped up. Infielder, Salmon in on it. Makes the catch, and Ellison strands the runner at third. Bottom 7, it's still 7-0. Pitts, Ho, and Mcfreddy do up. There's Pitts, 2 for 3 today. He's homered and doubled today. Solo home run last time up. Locked in now at the plate. Change up in there, 0-1. Fastball high, 1-1. Change away, 2-1. Heater inside, 3-1. Fastball middle ways fouled off. Full count now as Tough Out activates. Heater is high, ball 4. That's the first walk today for O. Pitts will reach to start the inning. I'm going to bring up Ho, 2 for 3, 2 singles. Singled his last time at the plate. Sliders inside, ball 1. Heater's high, 2-0. Fastball down the middle, lined at the middle as it whizzes by O's right ear. Third single for Ho as that puts 2 on, none down. He's going to bring up Mcfreddy, 1 for 3 with a single. And O is done here after 6+ innings, giving up those 2 hits to start the inning. Coming out of the bullpen is long reliever right-hander Quinn Fry, as Hot Corners have given up on the game as they're down 7-0. They send Fry out there to mop it up. Fry 1-2 on the year with a 3.31 ERA and a 1.47 WHIP. 7 appearances this year for the long reliever. 6 earned runs given up in 16 in the third innings. 18 hits surrendered, 1 of them a homer. He has hit a batter, thrown a wild pitch, walked 6, and struck out 12. Batting average against .265 for Fry on the year. So he's just looking to get them through the rest of the game as they only need 6 more outs. First pitch to Mcfreddy is a high fastball, ball 1. Slider away, line at the middle, right at jumps though for the first out. Bring up Polbean, 1 for 3 with a single. Fastball's away to Fry, ball 1. Check swing, slider away, caught the corner, 1-1. Fastball but in line at the middle. Bunterson cleanly fields it, flips the second one, jumps to first, just late, fielder's choice. Runners at the corners for Freeman, who had singled his last time up. He's also had a 3-run homer. He's 2 for 3. We're going to do it again. Fastball up. Lines it past the diving Bunterson into left center. That's a base hit. So RBI single for Freeman. 8-0 to score. First and second for Nixon here, who hit a 2-run homer last time up. He's also singled. He's 2 for 3 as well. Fastball up and in. Nixon jumps on it, drives it dead center field, looking to get over the batter's eye. He'll hit it off the top of the batter's eye. That'll be a 2-run double for Nixon, as that'll make it a 10-0 game as we crack double digits. Well, on our way to our 10th win in a row as we about to crack double digits in the winning streak column. Next up is Salmon, 1 for 3. Flew out last time up. Singled today. Fastball high from Fry as he's 10s, ball 1. Heater up and away, caught the zone, 1-1. Fastball up, line to dead center field. Into the sliding rushes glove, and that ends the inning. Another 3 runs for the Freebooters, though, as we make it a 10-0 game now as we head to the 8th. Swanson, Korn, and Bunterson do up as Ellison is done after 7 shutout innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts on 82 pitches, as she has a quality start and is in line for the win. Coming out of the bullpen for us is going to be... we're going to go with the closer, Persimmon Farmers. This is basically a mop-up role here. Farmer making her 5th appearance of the year. She's 1-0 on the season. No runs given up in her 4 appearances. An 0.90 whip, recording 3 saves, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and .231 batting average against. Faces Swanson first. Catcher is 0 for 1 today. Is walked. 1 count coming. Fastball at the knees, lined in the left field. That's his first hit of the season as Swanson will reach. That'll bring up Korn, 1 for 2 with a single. Second pitch is fouled off to the right side. That'll get out of play as Nixon gives it a look. 0-2 the count. K-man active for Farmer here. Slider down and away. Lined up the third base line. Burnett dives and cuts it off. He'll think about second, but go to first on the fielder's choice. One down. Good, smart play, rookie. Bring up Bunterson 0 for 3. Intense. Down and away is low. 1-0. Slider middle in. Rip foul. 1-1. Slider up and away. Check swing outside. 2-1. Fastball down and in. Chopped up the third base line. That's a fair ball. Farmer to first is going to be late. It's an infield single, as that was basically a swinging bunt. Runners at the corners now for Jumps, who's 0 for 3. Slider hangs. Called a strike at the knees, though, as Jumps does not swing. Down and in. Blooper to right field. That's a base hit as Farmer gives up her first run of the season. Jumps drives in the run. It's 10-1. Sportswood, who's 0 for 3. Farmer now tense. Fouled off the first pitch, 0-1. Fastball down and away is outside, 1-1. Slider down, low, 2-1. Fastball middle in, hard grounder to second in the hole. Salmon dives and cuts it off. Flips a second in time for the second out. The fielder's choice, though. Runners at the corners, now to bring up Rush, 1 for 3 with the double. Fastball down and in is low, 1-0. Up and away, check swing, 2-0. Fastball down and away, hard ground at the middle. Under Salmon's glove into the gap in right center field. That's going to be extra bases. Freeman gets it to the cutoff man as the runner comes around third. Mcfreddy gets it in, but it's late. It's a 2-run double for Rush. It's now 10-3 Hot Corners as they're coming back here. Brings up Rivers, 1 for 3 with a double. Fastball line to third on the first pitch, right at Burnett. That ends the inning finally, but Farmer gives up 3 runs, giving the Hot Corners some hope. Bottom 8, Burnett, Reliable, and Pitts due up. Here's Burnett, 1 for 4 with the single, as he'll face Fry, who's still tense out there. Peter high, 2-0. Slider at the knees, ripped to right center field. That's in the gap for Burnett, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. He'll be in with a sliding double. Leadoff man in scoring position again for the Freebooters. That'll bring up Reliable, 1 for 4 with an RBI single today. Powers right-hander active here for Reliable as well as low pitch. Curveball hangs, ripped down the right field line, but he's early. Would have been a home run. 1-1 to count. Slider middle in, hitting the hole short past the diving Bunterson. That's a base hit. Runners are at the corners here with none down. Gotta bring up Pitts. 2 for 3 today. He walked his last time up. He's also homered and doubled, driving in a run. Infield in here. Let's look to cut the runner off at the plate. 2-0 the count to Pitts as 2 curveball misses low and away. Fastball up, lined over the third baseman's head, down the left field line as a fair ball on the base hit. 1 run scores. It's 11-3 as Pitts is now a triple shy of the cycle. Brings up Ho, 3 for 4 today. He's singled 3 times, and Fry is done after an inning plus. Coming out of the pen is right-hander Carla Tolbert. Tolbert appeared against us in the first game this year. She's 2-1 with a 3.68 ERA and a 1.43 WHIP. In 11 appearances, she's given up 6 earned runs, recording a save, throwing 14 2/3 innings, 15 hits surrendered, 1 of them a homer. She has hit a batter, walked 6, and struck out 11. Batting average against .254 is actually the best out of the relievers. She'll be facing off against Ho here. That's outside, ball 1. Cutter away, sky ball by Ho to right center field. He hit it pretty well. Lead runner will tag as that puts runners at the corners here. 1 down, and then bring up Mcfreddy, 1 for 4 with a single today. Inside for a strike, 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. Fastball at the knees, lined at the middle. Bunterson makes the catch, 2 down. Brings up Polbean, 1 for 4 with the single. Swing through a fastball up and in, 0-1. Slider middle of the way, line to right, caught by Jumps, and that ends the inning. Freebooters, though, put another run on the board. It's 11-3 now to the 9th. Drump, Bordner, and Swanson do up. Farmer done after her inning, giving up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and on 20 pitches. Not her best outing, and that really ruins her season numbers, as up until then she was a lockdown shutout closer. Probably shouldn't have went with her. Coming out of the bullpen to finish it off is going to be rookie right-hander Elliott Rums. Rums on his season, his rookie campaign, he's 0-1 with a 1.64 ERA and a 1 WHIP. 2 earned runs giving up in 5 appearances, recording 2 saves. He's thrown 11 innings, giving up 11 hits, 1 of them a homer, and he has struck out 9, batting average against .262 on the year. Face Drumpf here to start the inning. Drumpf has 1 hit today. I believe she's 1 for 3. Second pitch chopped on the ground to third. Burnett charges and fires. 1 down. I bring up Borgner, 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch cutter up and in is a called strike, going 1. Changeup in there, hangs, and that's ripped into right field. That'll be a base hit. Second hit for Borgner. He's 2 for 4. Brings up Swanson, who's 1 for 2. Single last time. He's also walked today. First pitch curveball at the knees is a strike, going 1. Fastball put away outside, 1-1. Down and away is low, 2-1. Cutter up and in, swung through it, 2-2. Fastball down, swung through it, strike 3 as he chases it. First punch out for Rums out of the pen. 2 down, and that will bring up Kenna Korn, who was the last chance today. She's 1 for 3 with a single. Cutter down and in is low, 1-0. Ways outside, 2-0. High, fouled off, 2-1. Cutter down in the ways called strike, 2-2. Little down and in. Grounded them to hold a short. Reliable backhands, they don't fire. In time, and that ends the inning. Game is over. Freebooters win 11-3 as we rout the Hot Corners in this season finale, sweeping the doubleheader. Scores of 3-2 and 11-3. This one wasn't even close. Barring the bad 8th inning by Persimmon Farmer, pitching was fantastic, and offense was stellar as almost always. Looking at the Hot Corners box score, hitless today were Sportswood, and that's it. 2 hits for Rush. He had 2 RBIs on a 2-run double, and then Jones had an RBI single, and Borgner had 2 hits as well. On the other side, for us, everybody got a hit today. 3 hits for Herpy Nixon, 3 for Parker Freeman, 3 for Ho, and 3 for Pitts. Pitts had the solo homer and an RBI single. Reliable had an RBI single as well. Freeman had a 3-run homer and then an RBI single. And Herpy Nixon had a 2-run homer and then I believe 2 RBI singles after that. Pitching lines, Donk O in his 3rd start this year gets his 3rd loss. He's 0-3 on the year. 6 innings pitched, 14 hits, 8 earned runs, 3 homers, and 1 walk. Fry out of the pen, inning plus, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. And Tolbert an inning out of the pen, nothing on her line score. For us, Ellison goes 7 innings, gets her 4th win in her 4th start as she's 8-0 the past 2 seasons combined. 5 hits given up, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Farmer, an inning out of the pen, not her best outing, 4 hits given up, 3 earned runs. And then Rums, 1 inning, 1 hit given up with 1 strikeout. Good pitching from the rookie to close it out. Probably should have just brought him in to begin with. Nixon, player of the game, as he was a triple shy of the cycle, 4 RBI day. Freeman, 4 RBI day as well. He had the 3-run homer, 3 runs scored. And then Pitts, your 3rd place finisher, also a triple shy of the cycle, as he had 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Very, very good sweep here, as we knock the Hot Corners out of the playoffs with the 1st win. And with the 2nd win, we prevent them from finishing at 500. And with that, we secure the 4th playoff spot for the Sawteeth in our conference. As the Sawteeth have the tiebreaker over the Sirloins via run differential. Alright. Look around the league here before we go over some stats here. Persimmon Farmer, +4 velocity despite the bad outing. I like it. And following the loss, the Hot Corners released Buttons Bunterson, replacing him with veteran Elijah Gobelson. Herpy Nixon gets +10 speed. Nice. Good job, Rook. 2nd year man, whatever. Wild Pigs also cutting Marty Intense, the center fielder, replacing him with Magic Moore. Spanky Wagner is off the platypi, replaced by veteran Jose Carloco. who's on his third different team this season alone. Alright, let's look at these player development options here. Ooh, I do like this one for Jennings. Don't like that one for Pitts. Like that one for Freeman. Don't like this one for Polbean. Don't like this one for Mcfreddy. Pardon me. Unfortunately, if we get these two for Freeman and Farmer, I don't think I have enough to do this one for Jennings. So, let's do this one for Jennings first, because this is a really good upgrade that I think he needs. He needs the contact. +3, yep. He's up to 70 now. He's only going to go on 4 fielding. That's fine. He's at 97. Alright, if we do this one for Freeman, not going to have enough for this one for Farmer, which is alright. It's improving velocity and accuracy. She doesn't really need those. She needs the junk. And Freeman, he could use some more power and speed with the way he's been hitting this year. So let's just do it. Only going to get the 1 power. That's alright. He's up to 75. And he will get the 6 speed. That's perfect. 45 and arm down to 41. I'm okay with that. Alright, that'll do it for those. Alright, so are there any roster moves I really want to make? First things first, let's look at the stats before we do anything. Yes, here we go. Alright, so Freeman led the team in batting average, but he only had limited appearances for the most part. See, he has 30 less at bats than everybody who started pretty much every game, so yeah, he only played like half the time, and some of the time it was just, you know, defensive substitution or like a pinch hit appearance here. 5 home runs, though. I believe he led the team in home runs as well, and he led the team in RBIs. Oh my god, if he qualifies for Triple Crown, I'm gonna laugh. He didn't even play that much. But Pitts does lead the team in batting average officially so far as I know. He also led the team in doubles with 9. He had 8 walks, also led the team in that category. Stolen bases leader was Jennings. He had 5. Let's see who led in. Obviously, home runs is Freeman, followed by Pitts and Reliable with 4 each. Nixon at 3 as well as Jennings. Colton Burnett had a good solid rookie campaign. He batted .444. He also had 2 homers and 9 RBIs. Not bad. He's at the top of the lineup for most of it. Pitts led the team in hits, followed by Burnett, and then Jennings, who got hurt, so he missed the last game, unfortunately. Triples leader was Burnett, the rookie. Walks was Pitts. Most strikeouts were Jennings, Mcfreddy, and Polbean with 4 each. Jennings led in stolen bases. Nobody got hit by a pitch. Sack flies. Salmon led the team in that category with 3. Okay, that's an interesting one on that. Pitching, Ellison led the way with 4 wins. She also had the best ERA at 1.38. Lafayette, solid rookie numbers here. Strong contender for Rookie of the Year as well, compared to Burnett. Lafayette led the team in strikeouts with 32. Solid year all around from the pitching staff. For relievers, Rums led the team in the bullpen with a 1.50 ERA. Most saves is a tie between Especialo and Farmer with 3 each. And a win for Farmer and Parra as well. Every starter got at least 2 wins. That's a nice note there. Every starter had an ERA under 4.5, 4.25 even. So that's awesome. Yeah, nice. And everyone pitched at least 26 innings in the rotation. So that's very good. That's an average of, you know, 6 2/3 innings to start at most, so. Or in Noel's case, it's 7 innings to start. It's pretty good. Batting average against lowest was Lafayette at 216. Parra had a 129 out of the bullpen. Most strikeouts Lafayette. Everybody got at least 20 strikeouts in the rotation. Rums are the only reliever to get double-digit strikeouts this year at 10. Not bad. And Farmer was the only one not to give up a home run. Not bad. Alright, let's look around the league, see these stats here. League leaders, MVP of the league is Ace Von Asen, the ace pitcher from the Platypi, followed closely by Stump Pitts, who was the runner-up. Only one of our players to crack the top 10 this year. Pitts led the league in average. Unfortunately, Parker Freeman doesn't qualify because He didn't play enough at bats. Burnett finishes tied for 5th, I believe. Yeah, Burnett was 5th, tied for 4th, and Jennings was in 7th place by himself. Nobody in the home run leaders. Freeman led the team in about RBIs. He ties for 4th on the list. He also ties for 9th in home runs in the league with 5. Not bad for Freeman. Breakout year for him. Stump hits led the league in on base percentage with Burnett finishing 5th or 6th. And Jennings 10th. Slugging, Pitts was 2nd. Burnett was 8th. Pitts 2nd in OBS, and Burnett was 6th. Okay. Pitts led the league in hits. Burnett finishes 3rd, and Jennings finishes tied for 7th. Extra base hits, Pitts was tied for 3rd in the league, and nobody in that category for strikeouts. Stump hits led the league in runs scored. Pitching, Malaya Ellison tied for the league lead in wins. Malaya Ellison also finishes 4th in earned run average, and Persimmon Farmer tied for 6th in saves, or 7th in saves. Which also means that Especialo is tied with her as well. Nobody in the whip category or OBA, but strikeouts, Lafayette finishes tied for 4th in that category. Strikeouts per 9, Lafayette in 4th place. Ellison walks per 9 innings, she finishes in 6th. And then that's it. Okay, not bad. I think for Rookie of the Year, I'm going to give the edge. I don't know about Vaughn and Orr. I don't know what their seasons are. Alright, Vaughn is not a rookie. Orr is not a rookie, so that's good. Moods is definitely not. Okay, so I think for edge for Rookie of the Year, I'm going to give it to Lafayette because, well, I don't know. I think they could be like co-rookies of the year because of how well they did for the respective categories. It's pretty hard for me to choose one because they both did things so well. I mean, Burnett did well with hits for the season. Lafayette was 4th in strikeouts. She was also almost on the leaderboard for earned run average. Her and, well, not her, but Griffin and Noel were tied for 4th in wins on this season. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to give the edge here to Burnett. He appears on more categories. So Burnett wins Rookie of the Year with Lafayette being a close runner-up. That sounds fair. All right. Any roster moves I want to make before we go into the playoffs, where we're going to face the Sawteeth in round 1. The only place I want to improve here is going to be Ham Slamus. Everyone else, they deserve to be on this roster based on their ratings and what they bring to the team. I mean, Parker Freeman had a breakout year off the bench, led the team in average, unofficially, led the team in home runs and RBIs. Herpy Nixon, solid power threat off the bench, decent glove for right field. I mean, and then Brown, he's a solid DH, good backup option in case Mcfreddy's not having a good day. He can come off the bench and play. Pitching, everybody in this rotation and bullpen deserves to be here. Nobody is getting replaced. They all pitch phenomenally, especially Ellison. She had the best ERA on the entire team for the pitching staff, so she also had the most wins, so I ain't cutting nobody there. Really, Slamus is the only option I want to cut. So we need a middle infielder. Sports is way too much money. The question is, do we have enough for any of these 3 guys? Of the 3, I think I would want to go with Buffler and maybe put Salmon on the bench just because Buffler is a better hitter. He's also almost the same fielding-wise. He has a lot less speed, that's true, but he's almost got the same amount of power. He's got way more contact. Doesn't have as great of an arm, but that's okay. Do I have enough money? I do have enough money. Hey, Huffley, you want to come win a title, buddy? I think he's the one I want. Because, I mean, I like Stokes, but she's a good fielder and good contact hitter, but doesn't bring any pop off the bench. And then Adamo, I would just had him there in case either of these two disappeared, so Buffler's the man. So Buffler for Slamus. Love to see it. There you go. We just beefed up this roster even more. We got ourselves a new second baseman, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a look at Buffler's numbers here, see what he was like in the offseason. Or in his season. Let's see. He played 10 games. He hit .389. That's pretty solid. No homers. Surprising. Only 5 RBIs. Then again, he was on a pretty bad team this year, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he was on the Jacks and then the Buzzards. So, Buzzards cut him when they realized they weren't going to make the playoffs anyway. And then the Jacks, yeah, they went 3-13 this year, so they did not have a good year at all. Nobody was on base for him. I'm not surprised he had such a bad year. But this is actually his best, statistically speaking, average year out of his entire career. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, Buffler, welcome to the team. I hope you can help us out. Alright, I think that'll do it. Let's just set the lineup here and call it a day. Alright, so there's that's the pitching lineup. Here's the DH lineup. This is the one we'll be using for the playoffs. We're going to be playing the Sawteeth in the first round, who are the 4 seed. So Pitts is leading off. He'll be at first base. Then it'll be Ho at catcher. Reliable at shortstop will bat third. Buffler will bat fourth. He'll be at second as Salmon will go to the bench. Mcfreddy will bat fifth at DH. Then it's Nixon in center. Freeman in left. Burnett in third. And Burnett... You know what, let's just, save the changes for now. Start the playoffs, and then that way we will have a correct batting lineup because it's still factoring in mojo and fitness. Once we get past the injuries and whatnot, they automatically reset once the postseason starts. So let's just knock that out real quick. There we go, made the playoffs again. Franchise best season at 14-2, not gonna lie, felt really good. Alright, now let's set the actual lineup today, people. The actual lineup. There we go. Now here's the DH lineup. Okay, Pitts at first base. He'll lead off. Reliable at shortstop will bat second. Jennings bats third and center. Buffler will DH. He'll bat fourth. Ho bats fifth at catcher. Salmon at second will bat sixth. Polbean at left will bat seventh. Burnett bats eighth at third. And Nixon bats ninth and right. On the bench will be Mcfreddy, Burnside, Brown, and Freeman. Alright, alright, alright. Let's do it, baby. Love it. Alright, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. We swept the doubleheader against the Hawklorns, knocking them out of the playoffs. We extended our winning streak to a 10 in a row to end the season. We finished with a team-best franchise record of 14-2. And in the first round of the playoffs, we will be taking on the Sawteeth. We made one roster move before going into the postseason. We signed middle infielder Huffley Buffler from the Jacks and the Buzzards. So hopefully he will add that extra little bit of sauce that this lineup I think needed to, be the undisputed 3-time champs and 2 in a row. Let's defend our crown again. Until next time, guys, this is the Nasty One, signing off.